Crypto for Beginners, why you must start with blockchain. Hi, I'm Emily, and I break down crypto in a clear, simple way for beginners. I'm learning as I go, so let's learn together. If you're anything like me, then you'll have seen crypto in the news or in flashy adverts and thought, no thanks, too complicated, too risky, not for me. And I get it. I was just like you. That was me right up until I was made redundant from my sales job in traditional finance. That moment pushed me to look into different growth areas. And that's when I started looking into crypto. And you know what? I was shocked by what I found and actually really annoyed with myself that I hadn't looked into this area sooner. Like most people, I thought crypto was just about investing, but that's only a really small part of the story. The real game changer is the technology behind it, called blockchain. And it's already transforming entire industries, even though most people don't even know it's there. Why? Because it's working quietly in the background, making things faster, safer, and way more efficient. So, how did this technology even come about? Let me take you back to 2008, right in the middle of the financial crisis. A mysterious figure called Satoshi Nakamoto published a white paper, essentially an instruction manual. It explained how money could be transferred from one account to another, but crucially without a bank in the middle. That single idea became the foundation of Bitcoin, the very first digital currency. We'll dive into Bitcoin in the next video and talk about why no one has ever found out who Satoshi Nakamoto was or even is. But before that, it's really important to understand how the blockchain technology actually works. So think of it like a digital notebook that everyone can see and agree on, but no single company controls. Every time a transaction happens, it's written into the notebook as a block. And when the block is full of transactions, it's sealed and linked to the block before it, creating a chain of blocks. And because thousands of computers all over the world have a copy, it's almost impossible to erase or tamper with. And that's what makes it so secure. The easiest way to picture of it is like a shared Google document. Everyone can see updates in real time, everyone has a copy, and no one can secretly delete what's already been written. So you might be thinking, well, this is all well and good, but how does blockchain affect me? Let me give you 3 examples that you can easily relate to. The first, food supply in supermarkets. So supermarkets like Auchan and Carrefour in France are already experimenting with blockchain on some of their premium products. If you scan a QR code on some of their free-range chicken, you'll be able to see its journey, where it was raised, when it was packed, and how it got to the store. This means safer food, more transparent, and quicker recall if there's ever a problem. Now you might think, but I can already scan QR codes on foods. And you'd be right, but that's typically marketing, taking you to the brand's website. With a blockchain QR code, it's showing the real tamper-proof journey. And for now, it's only in certain stores on certain premium products. But I guarantee it is only a matter of time before blockchain is introduced in your local supermarket. Second example, buying a house. So right now, it takes weeks of paperwork, lawyers, and endless checks. And with blockchain, ownership could be recorded and transferred in minutes. And we're not there yet, but pilots in place like Sweden and even the UK Land Registry show it could cut the process time from months to days. And imagine how much more simple that would be. And finally, saving the best till last, tokenization, a way of opening up access so that more people can invest in expensive assets. For me, this is really, really exciting. So it's about taking something high-end or traditionally out of reach, like fine art or a private equity fund or even a hotel, and dividing it into digital tokens on a blockchain. And each token equals a small slice of ownership. In finance, big asset managers like BlackRock, Franklin Templeton, Aberdeen, they're already experimenting. They've started with tokenizing their money market funds, which are a safe testing ground, and are now moving into more complex areas like private equity. Before long, this means that everyday investors like you and me will be able to access investments that were once the preserve only of the very wealthy. And in the artwork, it's still early days, but platforms like Masterworks in the US already let you buy shares in famous artworks, and tokenization is likely to take that further. So to wrap up then, crypto, it's not just about buying coins. The real revolution is the technology behind it. Blockchain is decentralized, no single authority runs it, and it's secure because thousands of computers all have a copy. And it's transforming entire industries already, from food supply chains to real estate to investing. So here is my call to action. Now that you know how it works, start noticing where blockchain could make your life more efficient. Drop your comments in the box below. I'd love to hear them. Many thanks.